up, DRSers? It's Coach Ty, back at it again to deliver another Friday workout. We're experiencing a little bit of June gloom back there, as you can see, but I am here to bring the heat. We got a fun workout, a three-parter that is going to be very multifaceted and very diverse. Check in a lot of boxes, as I like to say. So, part number one, we're going to focus on strength and quality movement. There's a little bit of skill in there too because we're working some overhead stuff. So get ready for that. And remember, we focus on quality movement over load any day of the week when we're working strength. Part number two, we're getting spicy, baby. We're gonna hit a little red zone action. And then the third and final part of this workout, we're gonna test your capacity, which is the name of the game. We're gonna see how well you can move through fatigue. That's all we got. Let's get to it. Alrighty, y'all, we're rocking a three-parter today with the first part being a 10-minute EMOM of two different movements that are the hang power snatch and the overhead squat, two of each. If that sounds familiar, it should. We just did it last week, except it was a 5-minute EMOM and we did it from the floor. This week it's a 10-minute EMOM and we're doing it from the hang. From the hang, we load up the backside and prepare our hips to drive our arms, finished with a punch of the weight overhead. When we're in this hang, we're trying to create a nice rubber band effect where we stretch and snap, stretch and snap. That snap being what helps drive the weight overhead. So, hang, stretch, snap, and punch the weight overhead. Hang, stretch, snap, and punch the weight overhead. Now, you're in that overhead position. You want to ensure that your arm is straight, you're punching through the bar or bell, and your arm remains parallel with your ear. You should reset your feet and dig them into the ground so you're nice and rooted. Take a big breath in so it's nice and tight. Get full depth and stand up tall at the top. And for part two, we're cranking things up a notch. We're getting spicy. We're hitting the red zone, baby. So crank it up and get after it. 3 different movements. 6 thrusters, 6 push press, 10 kettlebell swings. Keep the weight on the relatively lighter side. That way you can keep moving. Barbell, kettlebell, dumbbell, whatever you got. First and foremost on thrusters, we do have to get the weight to our shoulders, so that's a power clean. Make sure our feet are nice and set. We squat, we press. Full depth, full extension overhead. Keep that elbow off of your knee on the squat. 6 reps. I did 3, pretend it was 6. Next, push press. Dip, drive, punch. Dip, drive, punch. I did 3 again. Once again, pretend it was 6. Be sure to even out left and right. I would cycle that by rounds. So on the first round, do left. On the second round, do right, left, right, and so on. The final movement of part 2's AMRAP is the kettlebell swing. 10 of them. Remember, the kettlebell starts in front. We load the hips back and prepare for a nice swinging motion. Back and snap, punch overhead, and snap, punch overhead. Make sure to keep it tight. Squeeze that booty, flex your thighs when the weight's overhead. 12-minute AMRAP, 6 thrusters, 6 push press, 10 kettlebell swings. The third and final phase of the workout is 300 double unders for time. So a great chance for you to express your capacity or how well you can move while you're tired. Focus on mechanics and not fatigue. 2 mechanical cues that we should talk about. The jump and the wrist action. The wrist rotates on a steady axis. You don't get nice and wide, you keep it tight and close to your body, okay? The jump. We're getting force from the ground, and we do so by staying on our toes and making sure we keep our feet underneath our hips. Try to be as consistent and repetitive with that jump as you can for efficiency, okay? 300 double unders, 4 times, testing your capacity. Let's focus on 3 different things to get you ready for action. First and foremost, spike your heart rate with jumping, skipping, hopping, crawling, and running. Second thing, activate and mobilize the hips and the shoulders, the powerhouse of most movements. Third and final part that you should focus on today is the technical components of the overhead squat and the snatch. So warm up with an empty barbell, PVC pipe, or broomstick so you're ready to go for that first EMOM. That's all I got for today, folks. I'm Coach Ty. I'm signing off. Until next time.